All right, let's talk about courses and why I like them, in particularly, okay, besides the fact that we sell them, and we sell a lot of them, is the dollar value. That means that we can invest a large dollar amount in ad spend, and we can actually not only recoup our expense, but we can actually make a profit. That is to say that we could sell, say, a $99 course, okay, and we can we can pay $50 for that, or we could sell a $199, a 99. We could spend $99 on ads, $100 on ads, right? And then we can sell a $199 course. And either way you look at it, I mean, that's the formula that's going to gain you 100% profit. And then once that happens, you've just realized I've invested $1 in and got $2 out. Now the question is not can I afford it? The question is, or should I spend it? You're not talking about expenditure now. You're talking about ROI. You're talking about profit. You're talking about, then your ads just become an ATM machine, only it's not your money that you're taking out. It's other people giving you their money. So then the question now becomes, how much can I spend? It's a different perspective. It's a different mentality. How much can I possibly spend? And how fast can I do it? And so you want to invest as much as you possibly can. Once you have a system set up that allows you to put $1 in and get $2 back, then very quickly you're going to say, wait a minute, that means if I put $1,000 in, I'm going to get $2 back. If I put 10 in, I'm going to get 20 back. And then you start realizing, wow, I can actually be a full-time professional musician because I figured out a formula that if I invest $100,000, I'm going to get $200,000 back. If I invest $1 million, I'm going to get 2 back. And then with that profit, I can reinvest, and then reinvest, and then reinvest, and watch those numbers keep going up and up. And that's the number one reason why I like courses, because it makes financial sense. Now, I don't recommend courses for everybody. Okay, because some people are not photogenic. They're not good in front of a camera. They don't have a good presence. They're not articulate. And I would say, like those attorneys that you see on cable television doing commercials, and you think, why is that guy doing his own commercial? He should hire somebody to do it for him. But if that's not you, and you're somebody, and also not those people who are not technically savvy. How do I make this camera work? I don't understand how to do this. And those people are out there. And when I recognize those people, I say, yeah, I don't know if doing video courses are going to be in your best interest. But I'm not talking, that's not you. That's not who I'm talking to today. I'm talking to somebody who has all those things, who has the camera presence, who has experience in front of the camera, who can pull out a phone and quickly shoot a video. Courses are not as time consuming as many people think they are. It's just a matter of like shoot and go, and you just have to have an outline beforehand. Have all your chapters written out. Throw 10 together and then send it out. The other reason why I like them is because it appeals to the DIY market, which there's a lot of nowadays. Okay, so a lot of people want to do it themselves. They want to teach themselves. They want to learn new skills, and they want to be able to do it on their own. And to be able to do that for $100 or $200 or $300 or more, in some cases, it depends on who we're marketing to. So these are the main reasons why I like courses. It allows us to get our foot in the door to other things, because it's easy to sell a $1 download on the back end. It's easy to convert any of the people that you sold a course to into a fan. But it's difficult to go in and try to convince them to be a fan or to buy the music or to buy the merchandise. It's just not a good lead-in. And so that leads me to the third reason why I really like courses is because it answers this very important question, the one that everybody's asking all of the time in the back of their mind: what's in it for me? People want to know, how do I gain? How do I benefit? If I spend this money on this thing, what's in it for me? And when you're selling them entertainment or you're selling them music, It's difficult to sell them what the benefits are. Well, it's music. What do you want it to do? But I'll tell you, the sale that happens because it solves a problem for somebody, a personal problem, is a completely different scenario than people spending money for their own personal enjoyment, because then that's a different budget. That's disposable income. That's money that I can throw away. Why? Because it's my personal enjoyment. So people could justify spending, $10 a month on their Netflix subscription for their own personal enjoyment. But they can't, they have a tougher time justifying saying $100 a month to be able to do that. you know. So you have to, but it does solve a problem. Even in the world of entertainment, it solves the problem of boredom, right? Or it solves the problem in being able to bond with a close, relative, a family, a loved one, right? Like when me and my wife sit down to watch a movie together, and that's well worth the $10 to me, and so I continue to pay for that. And people pay for their Spotify subscriptions and all those things, or pay to remove their ads from their Pandora subscription. And they see value for that, but the value is in pay this much money for unlimited music, as much as you could possibly listen to, ad-free from all of your favorite artists. That's tough to compete with that. It's tough to say, give me $10 and I'll give you only my music, and I'll only give you one CD, And so now, the way the industry has changed is now we have competition. As a musician, you have competition, and your number one competitor is the Pandoras and Spotifys of the world. Even though it doesn't seem like it is, it is. They're the ones taking the money. The artists used to get the money before, because the only way you could get my music is if you gave me $10, and you buy my CD. That is the only way you could get it. But now, you give me $1 and you can get just your favorite song, or give Pandora $10 and they'll give you, thousands of songs, and there's artists out there that they really like, and in some cases they like better than you. And so, because maybe they're not familiar with you yet, they've got their favorite band, so they're going to spend the $10 to get their favorite band plus you. So the key there is to make sure that you present yourself in those places where they're already spending money. People are already spending money on music. You need to strategically position yourself where those people, those fans, those potential fans are. And we'll talk about that more later on. But right now, I would just want to really preface the what's in it for me. When you divert the attention away from the music and actually give them something that's going to personally fulfill them and enrich them and allow them to fulfill their life's purpose and hopes and dreams, now the game changes. Now, instead of $10, we could start talking about hundreds of dollars. That's a big difference. And that's why I like courses. It's a good lead-in because it helps us to get the numbers work. So with that said, let's talk about what some of those course offerings are. And we'll do that in the next one.